Hi, it's Julia Keller, juliakeller.co.uk, and we are still talking about the 9 most important rules from Dan Buettner's research, and he was the one that researched and found the blue zones. He was one of the ones that found the blue zones, but he's a journalist, and he wrote all about them, and he came up with 9 rules that explain what makes these people in these blue zones live longer. Now, I've actually uncovered some other research since then, which I will be sharing with you in the future as well, which is from another country, which is not one of the blue zones. And the person that wrote about that country wrote 7 key rules. So I'm going to be sharing all these rules, but you'll find that a lot of these rules are actually very, very similar in all these different pieces of research, which makes it so interesting. So this is now rule number 7. So if you haven't seen the other rules, please do go to juliakeller.co.uk, go to check out the past things I've sent in my newsletter, but go to juliakeller.co.uk. They'll all be there on my blogs. So rule number 7 is be part of a community. Now, here's a statistic that I just found, that I just read, and it's incredible. It says that people who go to a faith-based service at least somewhere around 3-4 times a month can live up to 14 years longer than people who don't. So that's an incredible amount of years. And this is, longer, healthier. This isn't like longer with, tons of drugs. So imagine if somebody told you this, you go to church or you go to synagogue and you have a chance of living that much longer, or whatever your faith is, Buddhism, Islam, whatever your faith is, Hinduism. There's so many faiths out there. Now, what if you're just one of these people that's not into faith? Like faith-based service is just not your thing. Are you then basically, you lost the game there, and those 14 years you can never get? Well, apparently the faith-based service and the 4 times a week, 3-4 times a month that you gain from having this strong community is less about the faith-based of the service and more about the fact that you have this community. So let's say one of your things that you're really into is practicing, some martial arts, and you do that every single, week on a regular basis. And these people that are in the martial arts practice with you are becoming your close friends, and you go out, you go afterwards, and when you're not there, they ask about you. So the whole point of the whole, having a community, it's less about the fact that it's faith-based, although prayer in itself is a type of meditation, which does add time to your life as well. But the fact of having a community is much less about, the fact of going and praying, so than it is about the fact of having this community. So this community is people that have your back. So when you're not there, they are, are you okay? What happened with her? Is she okay? They look out for you. I know people that go to church on a regular basis. They go to synagogue on a regular basis, and their community is, they go and have dinner with them Friday nights or lunch with them Sunday during the week. So they've got this community of people that has their back. And that's kind of what it is about the community. So if, you're a vegan and you have this vegan-based community that you see on a regular basis, you make, meals for each other. I know somebody who lives in like a vegan building, and every single week they take turns making a meal for each other. And then once a month they do a grab thing where they do a big food potluck where everybody brings a dish. So they have this party all the time. I know somebody that lives in an area, in a neighborhood, which is lovely, and every Friday evening when it's nice weather, they have drinks outside in the middle of all the flats, and when it's not so nice weather, they take turns having a drink at somebody's place. So it's all about the fact that you have these people. You have these people who are looking out for you, these people who are watching out for you. There are, there are a lot of buildings for people who are older where people are there and they don't talk to each other. So they've got all these people around them, but it doesn't make them less lonely. But there are these buildings where people meet on a regular basis to eat together, to do stuff together, and, they kind of commune up together. So that's a community. you know, you can be on a kibbutz and you see all these people all the time and they actually take care of you and they see you, and, you know, their kids play outside together, and, you know, you can sit outside and you're old and chat with people. That's a community. So much less about the faith base and much more about the community.